Hey everyone, with E3 right around the corner, I figured that I would make this video just kind of saying, talking about games that I would like to see revealed or games I would like to see more about in E3 this year. Now, some of these are going to be pretty hypothetical because, it's like there's no game coming out like some of these, like what I'm gonna suggest, but they're just kind of like what I would really love to see or know that they're making a game like this. But before we get started, I just kind of wanted to talk about me and gaming in general, so you can skip this if you want to and get to the games I talk about, but this is just kind of I wouldn't say confession time, but more like an explanation for the games and things like that. Okay, so when it comes to me in gaming, for the longest time, the Kingdom Hearts series was the only game I really had that was like mine, that I wanted to play and kind of had to play kind of thing. I'm talking, of course, when I was little and I first found out about the Kingdom Hearts series with Kingdom Hearts 2. Before that, I was not much of a gamer whatsoever. The only games I would play or watch my dad play were Halo for Xbox and Dangerous Hunts. There's a few other games here and there that my dad got into for like a spell or two, and I'd watch him play them. Can't really think of any of mine, but they kind of came and went. The reason why I'm telling you guys all this is really because even today, my range of video games that I play and know about is kind of limited. Probably one of the biggest reasons for this that I could kind of guess is just because video games can be pretty expensive, and walking into GameStop and looking for a brand new game to play that I've never played before, I actually get a lot of anxiety doing that, because I always get this feeling like, if I don't like the game, what am I gonna do? I'm wasting this money, and even if I return the game, cause I don't like it for whatever reason, it won't be worth as much. I won't get my full money back and all that. So it kind of gets me like, I get anxiety from that for some reason. And honestly, I'm just kind of particular at like about what games I do play, just because gaming is actually fairly time consuming. You have to make time to play video games if you like them. And if the gameplay isn't fun, or if the story isn't intriguing enough, or just good enough to keep me wanting to play, then I'm basically not going to want to play that video game. I mean, I'm sure that's the case with anybody, really, but it's just, I don't know, I'm just particular at what kind of things I play. And honestly, I hold a lot to that, to the story of the video game, just because I will play things that I probably wouldn't if the story wasn't that good. For instance, anyone who knows me would probably know that I'm not huge on like zombie post-apocalyptic kind of, well, I wouldn't say post-apocalyptic, but just like zombie kind of invasion thing. I don't like that because I think it's way overdone, especially in video games. So me playing a zombie game is pretty unlikely. But if the story is well executed and the characters are really well put together, then, well, I will play it. Now, lately, I have been kind of trying to broaden my horizons and play games that I haven't played before or probably wouldn't have played. For instance, by circumstance, I recently got Final Fantasy 15 and was able to start playing that. I'm almost done with it now. But not quite there yet. I'm far enough though to say that I actually really really enjoy it. Now I know it's not like a fan favorite out of the Final Fantasy games, but it's pretty much it's my second Final Fantasy game I've ever played, and the first one being Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. So yeah, that's just kind of an example of me not like being that out there with video games and not playing very many, because I know Final Fantasy is like a huge franchise and everyone loves well, not everyone, but a lot of people like the series. And I don't know, it's just always hard for me to tell if I'm going to like the game or not, and it keeps me from playing a lot of games, honestly. And trust me, I know there are a lot of ways to remedy this. I could like watch Let's Plays of other people playing the game just to see if I like it, and then like stop the Let's Play halfway through so I don't see the ending of the game and like get it for myself, or just like look at reviews for the games and things like that. I know there's ways to find out if I like the game, but I don't know. To me, none of those are like as foolproof as just sitting down and playing the game for a few hours, you know, and deciding if it's good or not. So yeah, long story short, with these games that I'm going to talk about, there's not going to be a whole lot of games or a whole lot of variety, and that's kind of why if you guys have any games in mind that you're like you just love and you feel I would really like, then go ahead, post them in the comments. Like I said, I'm actually trying to like get out of my comfort zone a little more and play like different games. So definitely let me know in the comments. Okay, sorry that took so long. I just felt like I needed to get that off my chest. Now to the games I'm hoping to see at E3. Okay, so I was going to save this game for last, but you know what? I'm sure it was totally not obvious that this game was going to be on the list. So yeah, obviously Kingdom Hearts 3. This is a game that was announced back in 2013, and we got a few trailers and some things throughout the years, but it has actually been a full year now since we've gotten any like a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. So I would definitely like to see a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. I know a lot of people are like scared if there is a trailer and there's a release date on it, just because everyone's like worried about it being rushed because it's been so long and that it's gonna have cuts and all this. You guys, I'm not too worried about it whatsoever. I mean, this game has been in development for you know, years now, since 2013, and I know there was an engine switch, and there are kind of a lot of holdups, so it's kind of debatable how much work they've actually been able to do on it through that time. But you guys, it's gotta be, it's been since 2013. You can't tell me that because of the engine switch and because of things, they haven't got things done. Like, that was holdups, sure, but they've been working on it still. And I know Tetsuya Nomura, he has so many projects right now, including Kingdom Hearts 3, but really, it's if there's cuts, all the games have cuts too. That's the thing that people don't really think about. Like Birth by Sleep was supposed to have a Jungle Book world, and just little things like that. But Tatsunoko is smart. The team, they know what they're doing with this game, and whether or not like there's big cuts or whatever, it's going to be things that we could live without. And on a personal note, since it's been since 2013, I want a release date. Even if it means, that they're going full force and they're like kind of rushing it in a way. It's time. So I think we're getting a trailer this year, and I'm crossing my fingers for a release date. Now, that doesn't mean for sure we're getting a trailer or a release date or anything, but I just think it's been long enough, and it's been a while since we've had a trailer, so we're kind of due for something. Moving on, I would actually really like to see more of Final Fantasy VII Remake. As I told you guys earlier, I am pretty close to finishing Final Fantasy 15, and I'm actually really enjoying it, and I'm kind of wanting to get into the Final Fantasy series a bit. The only issue with that is that there are so many games, and they're on all kinds of different consoles and all kinds of different things, and it would just be hard for me to get the full awesome experience of playing all these games because they're so widespread and there are so many. But something I've always heard is that Final Fantasy VII was really good. So it would kind of be on the back burner with some of these other games, like I'd put some of these other games ahead of this, but I definitely wouldn't mind picking up and playing this game. And I'm pretty sure it's been a while since a trailer was released for that as well. I'm not sure if we're actually going to see something for this game at E3, just because it's just because I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna release first, and so I think it's kind of, as far as trailers and things, it's kind of going to be, I wouldn't say on the back burner, but it's kind of, the other games Square Enix are working on are gonna come first. The next game I'm hoping to see some at E3 is The Last of Us Part 2. This game was announced, was it last E3? No, I think it was a different convention. I don't know. Sometime last year, I think. I did a reaction to it. I'm really hazy on when it was actually announced. But as I kind of said, like, The Last of Us is kind of an unexpected game for me to end up liking. And in fact, it was an accident that I even played it and got it. I actually got The Last of Us for my dad as a Christmas present, and he played it, enjoyed it. I kind of watched him play it, and I got into the story and was like, wow, I played it for myself. It's just really, really good, and the sequel, definitely like a must get for me, just to see more of Ellie and Joel, and hopefully. I don't even know what to expect as far as story, but I'm very excited, and the gameplay, I'm pretty sure will be awesome as well, because I really enjoyed how number one felt and played. So I'm betting that this game's going to be pretty awesome. And I definitely want to see a trailer with like more gameplay, because we haven't gotten gameplay for it yet, anything. So definitely a trailer for The Last of Us Part 2. The next game I want to see more of and want to see at E3 is Steven Universe Save the Light. I've talked about this game a little bit when it was announced. I didn't get to do a reaction or anything because it was really out of the blue for me, and I just kind of like saw this thing with Rebecca Sugar, and she actually said a little bit about the game, and then we saw a little piece of it. Anyway, I really like the way it looks. It reminds me a lot of like Paper Mario or something. And Steven Universe, you know, you guys know that I love the show, so having a PlayStation 4 game with Steven Universe, that's really awesome. I'm just a little worried with this game, actually, looking at it, because like it shows some playable people. You can even play as Greg, and you're actually recently found out we're able to fuse. We've only seen Stevani so far. I don't know if other fusions will be there, but that's really neat. The only thing is just like when this game is supposed to take place, because we see Anthus like in the outfit that she has on now, the white tank top, but I haven't seen Peridot or Lapis or anything, so I'm really kind of wondering how this game is going to go as far as the story is concerned. I know the creators have been working with Rebecca Sugar and stuff, so that's comforting, but I'm just kind of curious what it's going to be like. If it's going to be more like season 1 where they're just running around you know, defeating corrupted gems and bubbling corrupted gems, or if there's actually going to be bigger story involved. And I'm kind of conflicted on what I want, because I do want it to be like up to date with the show, but then again, for it to be as completely up to date with the show as it is now, we'd be having to save Lars from Homeworld, which, as much as I'd love to play that, you know, there'd be spoilers to the rest of the series. And I just don't know really how the story is going to play out with this game. And I surely hope that it's not just kind of randomly put together, and I don't know. It just kind of seems a little worrying to me. Okay, so I was actually going to put some ideas I had for like games for the Nintendo Switch, but I kind of figured that could be its own separate video, just because those games aren't even confirmed, and they're just really my ideas. So yeah, those are really kind of what I would hope to see, or like to see for E3 this year. I know this was kind of a longer video, yet there wasn't a lot of games talked about. I mean, this is going to be the first year that I actually watch E3. Like, I'm just gonna watch the complete thing of the Sony convention for E3. So I'm just excited in general. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some Crash Bandicoot. Not really good at that game, but I'm actually already gonna get it because my stepmom, she likes platforming games like that, and she likes Crash Bandicoot, so we already have it on reserve. So I'll definitely like try it out and see how it is. It looks amazing. So pretty excited to see more of that, hopefully. Okay, so real quick, I just actually found out that another game that I like is actually getting a sequel, and that is Life is Strange, which is also from Square Enix. Now, okay, when I first got my PS4, I basically picked like 3 games, and I was really hesitant to get Life is Strange, but I heard a lot of good things about it, so I decided to get it, and I was not disappointed. It is really good. There's not like fighting, or it's not like that kind of game, so I could really only play it when I'm in the kind of mood that you have to be in to play that game. It's just kind of like an outcome game, and it's like you pick, there's different ways that the story can go depending on what you do, and it's like that. I'm sorry, I'm not the best at explaining this for some reason. But yeah, apparently there's like a little video that went with it. It was probably a little bit of a teaser trailer. I haven't watched it yet because I'm thinking of doing a live reaction to, well, not live, but a reaction video to it, like I've done in the past for certain games, or just seeing if they show anything at E3 for it. Which I'm kind of 50-50 on it, just because if that is a teaser trailer thing, then they already recently did it like a few days ago, so I don't know if we'd get another trailer for it, or maybe they'll just show the teaser trailer there. I really don't know, but I enjoyed the first one, and I'm excited to see where the sequel kind of goes with the story. Alright, you guys, that is going to do it for today. Sorry for the long video. If you're still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And like I said in the beginning, if you guys have games that you think I should play, you think I'd like, let me know down in the comments. And also, what games are you super excited to see at E3 this year? Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.